In class, we've been talking about embedded systems, and I'd like to give you a small example of one in the flesh, so to speak. This one, it's got a sensor and an actuator and a microcontroller in between. It's got all the basics that we've spoken about. So if we look at in front of you, we've got a breadboard right here. And on this breadboard, we've got our sensor, this little blue knob right here. This blue knob is a potentiometer. What it does is it senses rotation. So it's a knob. I can turn the knob and it will report back to me the amount of rotation. It does that in terms of resistance. So it's really a changing resistor, a variable resistor. You turn the knob and the resistance changes. So that is connected to a microcontroller. This microcontroller right here on the Arduino. This is the Arduino. The Arduino reads the information about the rotation, and based on that, it sends signals to the actuator. The actuator is over here. This actuator is a servo motor. It's a motor that you can control the angle to which it's rotated. And you can see it has a little arm on there, and we're going to control that angle based on the rotation of this potentiometer. So the idea is you turn the potentiometer, and the servo will rotate, and it'll rotate the amount that you turn according to the amount that you turn the potentiometer. So just to show you the wiring before I show what it does, you got the potentiometer wired to, actually let's start with the power and ground. Everything is wired to power and ground. So we've got power and ground, which are the red and the black coming out of the Arduino. Those are wired into the servo motor and into the little breadboard. So it's wired into these two columns of the breadboard, so it's also wired to the potentiometer. So the potentiometer, its signal, its output signal that reports how much rotation has occurred. That's this yellow wire right here that goes into the Arduino. And then there's a green wire from the Arduino into the servo, which controls the angle to which the servo is turned. So let's go ahead and turn this. Hold it down. There it is. Yeah, it's working just like I wanted. I turn the potentiometer, and the servo turns. So this is just a simple example of a system, an embedded system with an sensor, an actuator, and a microcontroller in between that controls the angle to which controls the actuator and reads data from the sensor.